How did I make $493,000 in my coaching business this past year? Well, I did it by following the 4 simple steps I'm about to share with you in this video. So if you're a new or aspiring coach, keep watching, because you're about to discover exactly how to start a profitable coaching business. So step number 1, the first thing to do when it comes to launching a new coaching business is to get clear on your niche. Your niche is the specific group of people that you serve, the people that you help through your business. And this really is the foundation to success as a coach. I think of building a coaching business kind of like building a house. And I've never built a house before, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I imagine the first thing you start with is that ground floor, that foundation. And you could have the best marketing in the world. You could know how to sell really well, but if you don't know who your people are, it's like trying to build the walls of a house without having the foundation in place. The whole building's gonna crumble. So when it comes to getting clear on your niche, what you really want to ask yourself is, who is a group of people that has a clear problem or challenge that they're going to want help with? Because remember, people hire coaches because they have something that they want in their life. There's some challenge or issue that they're experiencing that they don't want to experience. For example, maybe you're a relationship coach. You're helping people who are in marriages that are unhappy. They're feeling unfulfilled. They don't feel that sense of connection and love and intimacy. And they really want to feel like they did when they first started dating their partner. And so the gap between where they are today, in that unfulfilling relationship, and on the other side, having a really awesome, fulfilling, intimate relationship, that is the problem that you're solving and the gap that you're closing through your coaching. So all great niches have a gap. The other thing that great niches have in common is that they have the ability to pay you. So there are lots of people that you could work with, but if you're gonna succeed as a coach, you wanna specifically focus on people who have the ability to pay you for what you do. And this might sound obvious, but I see a lot of coaches who are trying to focus on groups of people and serving groups of people that might really need help and want help, but they just don't have the money to be able to hire coaches. And if that's you, you're gonna struggle to get clients. And then the last thing to focus on when it comes to choosing a niche is your level of passion around serving this niche. When you close your eyes and imagine waking up every day and helping these people and working with these people and creating content and showing up and talking about the issues that these people are experiencing, does that feel energizing to you, or does it sound draining to you? I think this is a really important question that not enough people ask, because there are lots of great niches out there, but one of the biggest keys to success when it comes to launching a coaching business is you gotta show up consistently. And in order to show up consistently, you have to be getting some level of energy and excitement and enthusiasm from the work that you're doing. So those 3 things, number 1, really making sure that you're choosing a niche with a clear gap or clear problem or challenge that they want solved. Number 2, making sure that they can pay you. And number 3, making sure that you're excited about serving them is really, really important. And if you can check those 3 boxes and get clear on who that specific niche is for you, you're gonna be well ahead of most of the other coaches out there. Now, in just a second, I'm gonna cover the 3 other steps to success when it comes to launching a profitable coaching business. But before we get there, if you're looking for more clarity on these 4 steps and how to apply them in your business, how to get on track to signing 2, 3, 4, or more high-paying coaching clients month after month, I put together a free client attraction guide that walks through so much of my best advice on this, dives even deeper than a lot of what we cover in this video. And I definitely recommend downloading this if you're a new coach who's working on launching your business. You can get it completely free. Just click the link above or in the description down below. Okay, so once you're clear on your niche, step 2 is you gotta build a coaching offer that your niche actually wants to buy. So what is an offer? Well, you can think of an offer like what you say when you get on the phone with someone and talk about working with them. In other words, what are the terms of that engagement with you? How many sessions do they get? What is the actual program or package that you're offering? What's the transformation that you're taking people through when they do work with you? That is your offer. So a couple things to keep in mind with this. The first thing is just remember that people don't actually buy coaching. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know what I want is to spend thousands of dollars on a coach. What people say is, I want to get from where I am today to where I want to be. So just think of your offer as a bridge and ask yourself, where are my ideal clients today? And where do they want to be? And how can I build a program, a package, an offer that's designed to take them from A to B? That is probably the biggest key to success when it comes to building out your offer. Now, in terms of the specifics and how long and what to charge, there's a lot to say on this. We cover a lot of those details inside our Coach and Launchpad program, which for new coaches that are working on getting their businesses up and running, it's probably one of the best resources out there. We walk through the entire process of helping you get your new coaching business off the ground and getting on track to signing high-paying clients. And The most important thing to remember when you're going through this process of building out your offer is, number one, just ask yourself, what are my ideal clients actually gonna need? And let that dictate your decisions. In other words, the number of sessions that you offer and how you structure things. And then in terms of pricing it, just asking yourself, what value is this gonna create in my ideal client's life? And in that context, once you reflect on that, really asking yourself, okay, well, what makes sense in terms of pricing based on the impact that I know this offer is gonna make in my ideal client's life? A couple more things to keep in mind on this. Number one, I don't want you to build out more than one offer in your coaching business when you're first starting. I see a lot of coaches make this mistake. They're trying to launch too many things. In our business today, 90% of our revenue comes from one offer, Coaching Launchpad. We run a multi-6-figure, soon to be 7-figure coaching business. So you can absolutely make really great money without having a bunch of different things. And that's usually the best place to get started, is to keep things simple, build one core offer, and you can always add more later. The other thing is, it's usually best that this offer is a high ticket offer. And what that means is anything above $2,000. That's what I consider high ticket. That might sound like a lot of money for you. I can guarantee you there's more than enough people who are gonna be willing to pay you for that. I want you to think about that in terms of how you price, because if you're selling low ticket offers, you need so many new clients in order to meet your income goals. But if you have a high ticket offer, you really don't need to sign that many clients in order to make really good money as a coach. So I'd rather see you selling something that's a couple $1,000s than selling these kind of smaller packages or these more lightweight offers that are maybe a couple $100. It's just gonna be so much harder for you to actually start making really good money as a new coach. Okay, so now that you've got an offer to sell, you know who your people are. Step 3 is to build an audience. The best thing to do is to go out and build an audience of people who are following you online, who are seeing your content and warming up to you over time. When you do a really good job at that, it's like having a money printer in your business. You have an email list, or you have a social media following, you have a constant flow of new people who are gonna be interested in working with you. My first coaching business that I started back in 2016, I built an email list of 30, 40,000 people. And whenever I had something I wanted to sell, I'd just send a couple emails, and I wake up the next day and I'd have sales in my inbox overnight. And so this is the result of having an audience in place in your business. This is what happens when you have that piece in place. Now, the best way to do this is to ask yourself, where is my niche already hanging out today? And to go to those spaces and use that as a bridge to bring people back into your world. I see a lot of new coaches making the mistake of spending countless hours building a website and trying to bring a bunch of people back to that website, thinking that that's gonna get them clients. But imagine that you just moved to a new town. You're brand new to a new neighborhood, you don't know anyone. How would you make friends? How would you start to connect with people? You probably wouldn't open the phone book and just start calling up random strangers and say, hey, come back to my house. You'd probably go on Meetup and start to find other groups where people who share interests with you are already hanging out, and you go to those spaces and you start to build connections there. So trying to bring people back to your website when you're a new coach is like trying to call up strangers in the phone book, versus if you actually go where your people already are and hang out in those spaces and build connections in those spaces, it's gonna be much easier to start to build those relationships and build your audience. And typically this is gonna involve creating content. As an example, this video, if you're still here, you're watching this video, you're probably like, wow, this Jason guy is sharing some really helpful stuff about launching a coaching business. This is someone I might need to follow or check out more, or maybe I can go download his free client attraction guide. And so through a simple piece of content like this, I've been able to create a relationship with you, and hopefully that relationship will grow over time. So this is the power of content, and this is the power of building an audience. And when you do a really good job at this, what you'll start to see is your audience is gonna start to grow. You're gonna start meeting and connecting with new people in your niche on a regular basis. And over time, you'll start to see that people start reaching out to you. And you're gonna start seeing that more consistent flow of leads, people who say, hey, I've been following you for months. I love what you do. I'd love to hop on a call and learn more about working with you. And finally, step number 4 is enrollment. If you do a good job building your audience, you're gonna see that people start reaching out to you. And when people do reach out to you, it's also really important that you know what to say, how to lead that person from I'm interested to becoming a paying client. There's an art and a science to this. This is not just like a conversation that you wing, or you can't just like send people to your website and expect that, a page on your website is gonna do all the work for you. No. I see a lot of new coaches making this mistake and leaving thousands of dollars on the table because of it. Couple things to keep in mind when it comes to enrollment. The number one thing is the best way to do this is over the phone. If you're a new coach, you're just getting started, get people on calls. Do not send them to your website. Don't send them, DMs and say, here's, what the price is and here's how I can help you. Get on the phone with people, because when you can actually have conversations with people, You can ask questions and clarify what they really want and tailor your pitch and the way that you're presenting your offer and what you do so that it's specifically relevant to them. And that's gonna make it much more likely that they sign up. There's a lot of art that goes into having these conversations. We spend a lot of time teaching my clients inside Coach and Launchpad how to navigate these conversations. On its most basic level, most of this conversation is gonna be you asking questions. Questions are your most powerful tool when it comes to enrolling new clients, because the more questions you ask, and if you ask the right questions, you can really understand on a deep level what somebody wants and needs, what their goals are, what their fears or hesitations are. And all of that is very powerful information that you can use to, again, tailor your pitch and to help somebody move through that process so they get to a place where they're ready to work with you. Now, if you're looking for more clarity on these 4 steps and how to apply them in order to start your coaching business, I recommend that you download my free client attraction guide by clicking the link above or below. Inside this guide, I walk through these 4 steps in more detail and show you more of the practical kind of how-to of how to implement this and how to apply this. There's so much good stuff in there that's gonna help you if you're a new coach who's just working on getting your business up and running off the ground. And I recommend that you download this. I think it's gonna be super helpful for you. So click the link above or down below to go check that out now. And if you like this video, you're definitely gonna love that one too. So click the link on the screen to go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.